Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Today's presentation is titled 5 Ways to Improve Your Google Places Rank. My name is Chris Marino. I'm with My Local Leads, and we're here to help small businesses, small business people like you get your business to the first page of Google Places and hopefully even to the A position. And today we're going to discuss some things you can do for free to help you do that. So before I get started, let me just take you through the 5 things in the interest of time. I know a lot of you don't want to sit through this whole thing to learn what the 5 things are. Obviously, I'm going to go into how you do these 5 things over the course of the presentation, which is probably going to last a good 30 minutes. I know a lot of you are really pushed for time, let alone money, so we'll make it short and free. That's usually what most of you guys are looking for, so we'll give you that. So here are the 5 things. You want to verify your listing on Google Places. If you haven't done so already, you can do that by phone or by postcard, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can add photos. You want to add ideally 10 photographs. The more photos you add, Google obviously takes photographs very seriously because they're making them more prominent in the listing. Therefore, the more photographs you have, the more likely you are to improve your ranking. It's as simple as that. Same thing with videos. So many people say, oh yeah, I'll add a video, I'll get to it, and they never get to it. And it's a shame because it's free, it's something anybody can do. We can help you with it here. If you're not sure how it works, just have somebody, your spouse or your kids or your friends or assistant, whatever, shoot a little video of you talking about the business. We can do it for you if you'd like. But anyway, adding videos helps. There's room to add 5 videos on your listing. Next thing you want to add is citations. I'm going to show you how to do that. Citations, a lot of people are not familiar with the term, but it is a very important part of getting ranked on the first page of Google Places. So we're going to show you how to do that. And last but not least, you want to get reviews. The more reviews you have, the more positive reviews you have, the better it is for not only for ranking, not only for getting seen on the first page, but obviously for conversion, having people pick up the phone. So anyway, there you go. Now you know the 5. We'll get back to the presentation. Thank you very much. Bye. So the first thing, let's just visit Google for a second. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about when we say Google Places, and you can type in virtually anything. So if you type in, for example, Tampa, Florida dentists, right? You get these listings A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and a map. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about Google Places, and it works for virtually any business. You can say Sacramento, whatever, pressure washers, right? Pressure washers, and in that case you got only one, but you can type in Denver lawyers, right? And they give you, now look, this is a different display. This is called a 7-pack. And when we first looked at the Tampa dentists, that was what we call a blended display. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But regardless, when we talk about Google Places, we're talking about these listings right here, along with this map over here. And these become very, very important. Just think for a second how many lawyers there are in Denver. I'd venture to say there's thousands, yet only 7 get on the first page. And this is not advertising. As we all know, the pay-per-click ads are up here in this area along the top and down here along the right. This is a free listing. However, it's extremely competitive, can be extremely competitive depending on where you live. And the difference between being on the first page or being at the top and not being on the page at all can, in some cases, be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'd even say millions of dollars for personal injury attorneys and others. But for most people, you know, plumbers, electricians, roofers, it really can make a big difference in your business. So we're going to go over some ways, some things that you can do for free to help move you on to this first page, hopefully, and move you up to the top. As most of you know, Google Places optimization is a service offered by us here at My Local Leads. We'll guarantee you first page placement page placement, excuse me, and we can do it relatively quickly depending on the size of your city and the business that you're in. But today we're just going to go over some free things that you can do, whether you're a customer or not, and I thought you would get some value out of that. So let's go back to our PowerPoint here. So the first thing you can do is verify your listing. So how do you verify your listing? Let's go back to Google. And let's go in. There's a lot of ways to find your listing. For those of you that don't know it, you can search the name of your business and the town that you're in, right? So I'll type in CGH Electric Arundel, Maine, and there's a listing right here. And if this is your listing, you could go in here and go to your place page, and you'll see edit this place. And here you'll either see owner verified listing like this, or sometimes, let me do another one here. Say Ants, etc. Wyndham, Maine. I go into this place page. See, here it's different. Here, over here, it says owner verified listing. That means that this business owner, and I happen to know him, verified his listing. However, over here, this business owner, and I also happen to know him, did not. And if your business has not been verified, when you find your Google Places listing, it will say business owner ? And that's what we're going to click on, business owner, and we're going to come in here. And now again, that was only one way to find your Google Places. I might be getting ahead of myself here. So let's go back to Google and show you another way to find your listing. Let's start at the beginning. So you can type in Google Places, right? Let's start there, and you'll see all of these results. Find the one that says Google Places for Business right here. Welcome to Google Places for Business. Okay, and I'll click on that. And again, it brings us back to the same screen. And if you don't have a Google account, meaning basically think of it as a Gmail email account that is used for all of these Google services, then you really need to get one. That's the only way you can participate in Google Places and a lot of other cool things that Google offers. So right here it says don't have a Google account, create an account now. Or if you do have a Gmail account, maybe you use several email addresses, log into your Gmail account, or again, create an account now. And you can just work your way down. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through exactly creating a Gmail account, but in effect you're getting a new email account. It's totally free. You don't have to use it, but you do need this Google account in order to get into your Google Places. So I will log in to one of mine. I have several, and we'll take a look at what happens on the next page. So I'll try to remember what that password is. I'll sign in. And you'll come into a page like this. So yeah, let's assume that this business, this is a pest removal service in Wyndham, Maine, is my business. And now I'm logged in as myself, in your case, you as the business owner, and you have these choices. Suspend this listing, this is not my listing, or edit my business information. So click on Edit My Business Information and continue, and you'll come to this page. Now, that you may or may not, as a business owner, you probably do have a Google Places page, and you can get into it just like I just showed you. However, if you don't, here, let's jump over to Google Places again, and let's pretend that we're listing a business that does not come up in Google Places. You've searched by the name of your business and the town you live in. Now you're in Google Places. You've created a Gmail account. You're logged in. And you get to this Google Places for Business page, and it's asking you to enter your business. So I'll just make up a phone number. I'll say 415-897-9345. And then I'll say Find Business Information. And in this case, there's nothing there. So it says No Address Found for Business Listing. So that's when you go ahead and create your business from the beginning. But for our example here, let's go back to the Ants, etc., the pest removal guy in Wyndham, Maine. I think this is his phone number. Yeah, so this is what will probably happen with you. You'll type in your phone number, or you'll look for your business, and your and the town that you do business in, and you'll probably see a location like this where you can click Edit. Okay? And again, getting back to our original 5 things you can do to improve your Google Places rank, the first thing is to verify your account. And verification simply means to look this over, make sure they have the right address. Anything that is wrong, you can fix. Okay? If you have, you want to put your email address if possible, right? You want to put in your website if you have one. If you don't have one, there's a box for you to check right here. You can say, I don't have a website. Again, having a website will definitely improve your Google Places ranking. But there's a lot of things. There's a lot of factors. Some are more important than others. Clearly now, having a website that is well optimized plays a role. For the description, you want to put a description in of your business, and you can just say, Ants, etc. is a full service pest control business specializing, I can spell, in, yada, yada, yada. Just say, I think you have 200 characters. You can tell a little bit about your business right here. Just speak honestly. Don't try to trick the search engine. Don't try to stuff it with keywords or even your location. They already know your location. Just say what you do very clearly. For these categories, you want to try to find the categories that best fit. Like in this case, it would be pest control service. However, you can choose other categories as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But you can choose any category that you'd like that can be found when you search for Google Places. So, for example, if, I don't know, let's say for pest control, another word for pest control might be termite control. And I'll put in Windham, Maine. So, yeah, so clearly termite control, Orkin is the only one that comes up, but clearly Google is recognizing that as a category. So I can come back to my listing and I can add termite control service, right? Because I know that they accept that. Even though it doesn't come up as a category, I know it. And you can do that. You want to add 5 categories here, which is the max that they let you do. You want to say the service area and location settings. You want to put that in there, and you want to list the areas that you serve. You don't want to use the circle, right? This first button here, and you never, ever, ever want to say, do not show my business address on my maps listing. You want to say list of areas served, and then you want to list all the towns in which you do business by zip code, not by their name. The powers that be say that zip code is the best way to list the towns, so that's what we do. You want to give your hours of operation. Even if you're a plumber or a roofer or an electrician or pest control or what have you, you want to try and list some hours that you're available. If it's 24/7, then fill that out 24/7. The more, in general, as you can see, the more stuff you put, the more information, the more time you take in filling out your Google Places listing, the more likely Google is to receive it and give you more prominence. And this is about prominence, relevance, and location. Believe it or not, if you're in the middle of your town, you're more likely to show up on the first page of Google Places than if you're not, or if you're on the outskirts of the town. And you can't change that. So today we're discussing some things that you can change, and the first thing is to verify this listing. And the way you do that is to finish filling out the listing as best you can, and we're going to go over some other things about it in a minute, but I just wanted to show you how the verification process itself takes place. Once you work your way all the way down and you've done your best, and remember, you can always come back and do some of these steps later. You don't have to do it all at once. You simply hit submit, and it takes you to a page like this. Now, sometimes you're going to see options to validate your listing by phone, and by postcard, and sometimes you're just going to see it by postcard. Generally, new businesses or businesses that have changed addresses or something where there's something not quite right, something a little bit funky going on, Google will make you validate it by postcard, which means they're going to send you a 5-digit code through the mail, and you have to take that code and come back to your Google Places account. You just go to Google Places, you're logged into your Gmail account, and there'll be a box for you to enter that number in. Or if you have an existing Google Places listing and your address has been the same for a while and nothing really weird is going on, they'll let you do it by phone, in which case you check this box, and it says, we'll call this number, and then you click Finish, and sure enough, your phone will ring within 5 seconds, literally, and Google will have a a pre-recorded, well, not a pre-recorded, but a computerized voice giving you a 5-digit code. You come back into your Google Places listing and you enter that code, and that is how you verify your listing with Google. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so for those of you keeping track at home, we have verified our listing, which we've done either by phone or by postcard, and we are now going to go back. I know we're doing this a little bit backwards, but I thought it was important to let you know that how to verify your listing. Don't worry so much about all these other things, about adding photos, adding videos. Don't put it off. Go in, fill out what you need to fill out. The only thing you really need is the name, the address, the phone number, and at least one category that you fit into. Then just come right down to the bottom, hit submit, and get the listing verified. You can always go back, which we're going to do now. You can log back in, and you can add photos and add videos and citations, etc. So anyway, let's go back to our listing right now, and we'll add some pictures, and we'll keep this thing moving. Okay, so here we are back in our listing, and we simply scroll down to where it says Photos. I'm sure most of you can do this yourselves. If not, maybe you have a child or a spouse or a friend that can help you do this. We'll be happy to help. If you want to give us a call or shoot us an email, we'll do this for you. There's no charge. Easy stuff. So anyway, you simply click Add a Photo from your computer. If you did want to add a photo from the web, that means that you find a picture, perhaps on your website. You really should own the picture if you're going to do that. And you right-click on the picture and take what's called the image URL, and you copy that and paste it when they give you the choice. You paste it right in here. Okay, but for our purposes here, we're going to add a photo from your computer. It's a lot easier. We're going to choose a file. I'm just going into some of my random pictures here to show you what it looks like. You click on the picture, you click Open. It will list your picture here, and you can add a photo. And your photos can really be anything. They can be of yourself, they can be of your logo, your van, your office, your family, whatever you want. And you just go through and you continue to choose a file. These are some of the pictures from my website. And you just go through. And again, the more you add, the better. Google clearly likes photographs. They are starting to show them more prominently in the Places results, in the Places listings, so why not? By the way, this is a good example. Sometimes you can't see the picture. Sometimes it just looks like this little image here, but it's fine. They'll resolve as long as Google takes it. The picture will show up fine when people go to find your listing. So on this note, I just wanted to make a point that Google, the reason Google does pretty much everything, obviously they want to make money, and they're very good at it, probably the best in the world at making money. However, the way that they make money has to do, and what they cater to is the user experience. So when they have something like this, when they have Google Places, and they say they want you to put photographs, they're trying to let the user, the person looking for a plumber in your town, or an electrician, or a veterinarian, or a chiropractor, or what have you, they're trying to enhance that user's experience. It's a lot like television. The TV networks want to make the viewers happy, right? They want you to keep coming back to their network and watching their television shows. Why? Because then the advertisers follow. The advertisers go to the shows like American Idol or whatever, where most people are watching. Google works the same way. So it's trying constantly to give the best search engine results to the person looking. It's trying to make these Google Places listings very easy to follow. People like it when they can type in, Tampa chiropractors and see a list of 7. Very easy to follow with addresses, with phone numbers and pictures. You can link to their website. You can read reviews about them. You see what they're doing? They're catering to the user. And I'm sure they've done, millions of tests on all this stuff. And this is what people like. And this is why Google Places is becoming such a big part of the search results. This never used to be like this. But over time, Google has decided this is what people want. So we're following in their steps. We're following their direction by making our listings more appealing to the user, to the searcher. And Google will reward us for that by moving us up the ladder. It's as simple as that. So anyway, I don't have to go through and do 10 of them, but you simply go through, you choose a file on your computer, find the picture that you want, click Open, and then click Add Photo. Okay? So that's that, and that's how we are adding a photo. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to, for those of you that are keeping track, we're going to add videos. I'm going to go back to Google Places. And I've already done this here, but adding videos is simply a matter of finding a YouTube video that you've uploaded, right? You're going to shoot a video, and you're going to save it to your computer, and then you're going to upload it to YouTube. Again, if you can't do this, we'll be happy to help you. We don't charge you for this kind of thing. Easy stuff. But important. Again, it's all part of this user experience. So I've uploaded 5 videos. And by uploading, all I mean is that I'm going to YouTube. Here, I'll do it for you here. I'm going to YouTube. And we're doing pest control, so let's say pest control. Find the video you want to upload. And you come back and you paste it right in here. And then you click Add Video. Okay? I've already done 5, so they're not going to let me do another one. But adding a video is as easy as that. And, okay, we're moving along nicely. We've verified our listing. We've added photos. We've added videos. The next thing we're going to do, the 4th way to improve your Google Places rank, you could make the case that this is the most important, other than, of course, verifying your listing, and that is to add citations. Okay, so let me go back to Google and let's talk about citations for a minute. The best way to talk about citations, or to teach you about citations, is to think of it in terms of your competitors. Let's just pick a random city and a random occupation. So I'm going to use Fargo roofers. Okay, so when I search Fargo roofers, I come up. This is again, because it's called a bit of a blended listing. It's a mixture of search engine optimization and Google Places, which is a little bit more advanced than this session right here. But anyway, suffice it to say that for whatever reason, Fargo, which is a good-sized city, roofers, a competitive term. For whatever reason, D&M Roofing and Siding Company is coming up first. So let's say I'm a Fargo roofer and I'm wondering why I'm not on the first page, and I'm following these lessons and I'm trying to move up the ladder, and I want to take advantage of what I've learned about citations to help move me up the ranking system. Okay, so I'm going to look at who's coming up first, right? That's a good place to start. You want to improve your business listing, find out who's coming up first and copy what they're doing. That's a good place to start. So I'm going to click on Place Page, and I come into the Place page of D&M Roofing and Siding Company in Fargo. Again, I'm assuming that I'm another roofer. I'm trying to move up the ladder. This works for, chiropractors in Salt Lake City and veterinarians in Worcester, Massachusetts, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to scroll all the way down, and right here where it says more about this place, okay, that's what I'm going to focus on, because for whatever reason, here there's more, for whatever reason, Google has decided that these links, these directory listings, are important, because clearly they're listing them and they're putting this company first in their directory. So quite often, and these are called citations, by the way, quite often you can get similar citations for your business just by clicking on the link and finding out, how you can add your business to the same directory. So in this case here, free people search white pages. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to come in, and this is a directory. It's phones.whitepages.com. It's probably free. I'm sure they make money by accepting advertisements for display ads and stuff, but there's probably a free listing, and in this case I know there is because I checked it before I went ahead and did this video. So I'm going to click on, what the heck was it? I think it was advertise down here, right? And sure enough, it says add your business listing on white pages. Your company name. Publish your free business listing. Okay, so I'm going to click there, learn more. And you can, add, edit, or remove information. Right? So I'm going to add information. How do I add a white pages public profile? And how do I add a business to business search results? Okay, and you're sort of working your way through. We partner with Localese, very important directory, and add your business listing. Okay, so this is all part of Localese, and you want to go in and you want to add your listing to this, because getting back to the citations of your competitor that's doing well, they did this, and Google is recognizing it and showing it. So here, the next one down is called All Pages. Now, some of these you're not going to be able to duplicate. Maybe they're a board member somewhere, or maybe they were written up in some newspaper. Who knows? But a lot of them you can kind of scroll through, and I'm going to click on this one, All Pages. And again, this is another directory, and I'm sure if I scoot around this thing, I can find a place to add my business listing. Quite often you can scroll all the way to the bottom. See, add, modify, remove listing. Add your business listing. Okay? All listings must come to us through our data provider, Axiom, which generally happens every 3 months. If you would like to be in allpages.com, Yellow Pages, please contact your local phone company and make sure your business listing is in their database. So again, to modify, update, or remove your listing, please use the feedback request form at allpages.com. So you can click on that. You can work your way through and find your listing and just continue to do this. You want to really look at the citations of your number 1 competitor and number 2 and number 3, and you can find a lot of these things that are free, and you can add your listing to them. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Citations are very important. They are quite a bit more complicated than this, but if you do nothing else but type in your city and the type of business you have, roofing, plumbing, electrician, locksmith, whatever, and look at the citations of your competitors that are at the top of the list, and then go and get your listing in those same directories, that's a very good start, a very good place to be. Okay? Make sense? Great. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're back at our PowerPoint, and we've now verified our listing by phone or by postcard. We've gone back. We've added photos, again, which can be logo, photos of yourself, photos of your business, photos of your industry. We've added videos. Again, you can get videos just from your kids or your assistant or somebody shooting you. They could be just images set to music. Easy stuff, important. Remember, it's all about the user's experience. We've learned how to add citations. Granted, sort of a basic course in citations, but if you just did that, what I showed you, that will improve your ranking quite a bit, or it should. Okay, and the final thing we want to do is to get reviews. Reviews are becoming a very, well, not are becoming, they already have become. Reviews are a very important part of doing business in America at this point in time. Generally, when people want to do business with somebody, they want to hire a contractor or a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer or a plumber or take a trip. What they're doing is they're searching online, usually with Google, and they're ending up at these Google places and other directories like Yelp and Angie's List and Merchant Circle, etc. And they want to see a choice. They want to see several businesses that are in that line of work, and then they want to read reviews about them. So if you are not getting people to write online reviews about your business, you're really missing out and you're really losing business that you could otherwise have. This is not difficult. And again, like all these other things, I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. If you want us to do this for you, we'd be happy to. We can definitely show you how for free. It is a service that we provide, but you certainly don't have to pay us. A lot of this you can do on your own. So let's talk about reviews. Let's go back and show you how you can get people to give positive reviews about your business. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and again, I'm going to change businesses this time. Let's assume my business is another customer of mine, Supreme Painting, Fort Worth. Okay, so what you do is you find your listing, right? Find your listing in Google Places now, because it certainly exists, right? And you'll see right here when it comes up, it says write a review. Okay, so you want to click write a review. Again, this is your own business, and this is how you're going to get people to write reviews about you. Once you go to that page, okay, this is where you can write a review about this business. You're going to take this link, okay, and you're going to copy it, and then you're going to email it, right? You're going to go ahead and email that link, right, via whatever you use, Yahoo or Gmail or whatever, to your customers. And you're going to say, hello, could you do me a favor and click on this link and write a review about my business? And guess what? You're only going to do that with your happiest customers, or your happy customers, which should be everybody if you're doing a good job, or most of the people, right? But you're certainly not going to email it to people that you think are displeased. But most people, especially those that are real happy with your work, will do that in a second. They'll gladly write a review about your business. And it's not just Google. Let's go through some of the directories that you can use. Obviously, you can do what we just did, which was to look in Google Places, find the listing and grab the link. But remember, Yahoo, right, which is the second largest directory, they have this thing called Yahoo Local, right? And you can go in here, and again, you can, let's find Supreme Painting. Again, I'm just pretending that that's my business, just a business that I know exists. And I'm going to find that business. Here it is, Supreme Painting. And guess what? Write a review. I'm going to click on write a review, and then I'm going to copy this link, right? Control C. And then I'm going to email that link and paste it in to the emails to my favorite customers, right? If you don't know how to copy and paste, your kids can show you, or we can show you here. But basically, you're highlighting that link, right? That address that's up there right when it's on your page, and you're hitting holding down Control C for copy. Then you're opening up the email. Here, I'll show you. I'll go in here. I'll open up the email. Right, this is my email account. I'm going to send a new email, and I'm going to send it to, well, let's just pretend I was sending it to myself, and I'm going to say, please write a review for me. Thanks. I really appreciate it, Chris. Okay, now I'm just going to post. I'm going to hit Control V like Victor, and the link is going to come up in that email. Okay, and obviously I would say hello Tony or Doris or whatever, and I'm going to give them that link. And then most people will say, sure, oh yeah, he did a good job, so I'm going to click on that link, and it will take them right into this page, and they'll write a review, and guess what? They're going to give you 5 stars. And reviews, and you can do it. Let's go through some of the other places. I'll list them for you. So we've got Google Places. We have Yahoo Local, right? We have Yelp. I'm sure you're all familiar with Yelp. Again, go into Yelp. We're using the example of Supreme Painting, but you would use your business. And Supreme Painting is in Fort Worth, Texas. And search. Again, you're finding your own business. You're doing this for your customer. Don't leave it up to them. They'll never do it. Okay? Here's Supreme Painting. I'm clicking on my own listing. And here it is, write a review. I'm clicking on write a review, and then I'm copying, Control C, right? Or you could also right click and you could hit copy, right? It's the same thing. I'm going back to my email. I'm going to do another email. And by the way, you can send these several links to the same person, right? So I'll pick, again, I'm picking myself here just for purposes, saying, please write a review. Obviously, you could say hello. You could say, please help me out. How are you doing? I would really appreciate if you did this for me. And then I'm going to copy and paste the link by hitting Control V like Victor, or I could right click, right, and I could paste. And that's another way to do it. Okay? And you're writing them a nice little note, and you're doing this for, the more the better. If you get 50, that's 10 times better than the person who has 5. You really want to get a lot of reviews. So far we've done Google Places, we've done Yahoo Local, we've done Yelp, right? How about some others? How about Merchant Circle? Right? These are all review sites, right? Merchant Circle. And they're directory listings, they're review sites, call them what you want. But again, let's see if we can find it in this. I'm not sure how this one works. But these are all great things you can do to improve your Google Places listing and your business. It's not, remember, we think of it in terms of traffic and conversion. We want to get people to find our business, and then we want them to do business with us. And reviews is really part of conversion. That's part of them looking at your listing and reading reviews and seeing several painters in Fort Worth, several chiropractors in Worcester, several lawyers in Denver. And they're going to read. That's how people find businesses today. So if you have a lot of positive reviews, that absolutely is going to influence who picks up the phone and calls you. I read a statistic recently that said 90%, that's a crazy number, 90% of people that found online service businesses like yours said that they were influenced at least partially by a review or reviews that they read. So, I mean, that alone should tell you this is a very important step in the process. So again, now I'm on Merchant Circle. And let's see, here we go again. Sure enough, Supreme Painting, write a review. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to send this link, right? Control C to my customers. Okay, you're starting to see how this works? It's pretty easy stuff, but very powerful and free. And you can do it. This is not brain surgery. Okay, we'll be happy to help if you need any help. Okay, let's do one more. We'll say City Search, right? City Search. They're another big player in this whole world of stuff. City Guides by City Search. And I'm going to looking for Supreme Painting. Again, you're looking for your business. Supreme Painting in Fort Worth, Texas. Hit go. Here they are. Supreme Painting, write a review. Okay? Now, a lot of these companies, they share. You'll see the same review pop up. You write a review on City Search, and again, this one you have to sign up for, but no big deal. They're free. And Google will pick up that review. So when you get 10 reviews, that could turn into 50. So anyway, really good stuff. Let's go back to our PowerPoint now for a minute and wrap this up. Okay, so we have gone over now 5 ways to improve your Google Places rank. We've verified our listing. We've added photos. we've added videos, we've learned about and added citations, and we've added great positive reviews. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or email me. My email address is chris@mylocalleads.com. My phone number is 207-332-3306. We have a great team of people here at My Local Leads. There's 10 of us, and we love helping small businesses. If you want to join our mailing list, there should be a form below, and we'll be happy to send you one of these sessions once a month or whenever we get to them, which is every 2 to 6 weeks. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Good luck out there. I know the economy's tough, but you can do it, and take some time and do these things. It'll be the best time you ever spent. Okay? Best of luck. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.